Hey guys, it's Kenny with Flytime RC. I wanted to talk to you guys about the new FPV plane. I've shown a couple spoilers the last week or so on some of the progress on this, and right now I'm about 90% done. I'm waiting on some landing gear to get here tomorrow, and then I'm going to figure out what color this thing's going to be, and then I'm going to take it out for the maiden flight on Sunday. So I'm just going to go over everything with you. There's a lot. This is all a new design. Just like all my other planes, it's just made up as I went. And I think it'll be good. I think it's going to do really good. So kind of give you guys a full view of the whole thing here. As you can see, it's a pusher prop plane. This thing has a 48-inch wingspan and about 250 inches of wing area. It's right about at 1,000 grams, just a hair under. I think once I get the landing gear on there, it'll probably be right at 1,000, maybe a touch over. And that's with all the batteries and the FPV setup, just everything, all up in the air. So you can see, I'll show you guys the motor. I have a 30 amp badass ESC, and then I just got this motor today. It's 1090 kV motor. It's a 2320 size motor, so it's not real big. It's a little bit bigger than my speed plane motor. I had another motor picked out for this that was slightly smaller, and I had a 10-inch prop on it, but I just didn't think I was going to get the speed that I wanted. And also, I want to run this off of 4-cell, so this motor will be able to handle it, and this motor will handle a bigger prop as well. So it kind of gives me some more power options. Right now, I have the 8x6 on here, which I think is going to be what I need. It gives me about a little over 1,300 grams of thrust, and it should propel this thing at least 60, 70 miles an hour. This is a heavy plane for the wing area, so I'm thinking that this is going to be a fast plane. It will have to be flown kind of fast. So my goal is to have this flying at least 50 miles an hour and then up to 60, 70, maybe even more. It's pretty aerodynamic. Everything is as minimal as possible on this, so I'm thinking it should do really well. So you can see the tail surface here. Got a big, huge elevator, and this thing has a ton of throw on it as well. So like flying upside down and stuff like that can be real easy, and I'll have a lot of control at low throttle and low speeds. Also have the vertical stabilizers that they actually stick off the end of the frame an extra 2 inches, so it makes it a little longer and a little bit more stable. Let's see, I got all steel 9-gram servos. All 3 servos are steel geared. And then going forward, we have carbon fiber rods. These are 10 millimeter rods on both sides. It's the same ones that I use in the spar and the wing. This wing also has the exact same carbon fiber spar in it, except for it's 42 inches long. And then I have our motor mount here, which is 1/8 inch plywood that's glued to this, and this is basically just foam board that's glued to kind of make a good strong structure for the motor to push against. We have a tapered wing that goes from almost 8 inches all the way down to 4, so it's got a really big taper on it. This thing should be very sporty. This thing should spin like a top if I wanted to. It should be pretty ridiculous. It should be very agile, very, very fast. It should make a really fun plane to fly. As you can see, I got tons of throw on the ailerons here. And when we're doing 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, this thing's going to be ridiculous. So we also have the wingtips here. This plane has got something that no other plane has. I'm going to have lights on it. So I have the lights set up on it. I'll have the red and the green. And then in the back, I'll have the white. So here's the motor setup. I've got the wires going to the fuselage here. Tons of wires inside. And then I have the ESC in there as well that goes to the motor. Check out the underside here. You can see it's just super simple. I could have ran these wires in the wing, but forget it. It looks fine. The tape covers them up, so it shouldn't bother the aerodynamics too much. I went with a totally different fuselage design. Basically, everything on this plane is different than I've ever done before. You can see it's a really interesting kind of triangle shape. I wanted it to give me the room that I need to put everything inside, but be aerodynamic as well. So everything's pretty well streamlined. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pop the hatch open, and we'll get to all the electronics. So this will change in the future, but just for now, I have the Spectrum AR630 with safe set up on it. And then let's go forward from there. We have our 2200 milliamp 4-cell right here, which I'm going to run the plane off of. And then we have a 800 milliamp 2-cell back here, which will be for the camera system. And then I have my my board here that I'll have to put a link in the description for, that's running my camera. This is powering the camera and arming the camera, and this thing is going to work out awesome. So there's that, and then we'll go farther up front, and then we have our DJI 03 air unit, which I'm super excited about. I've wanted this thing for a long time, and I finally have it. So my plan for this was to use this as an FPV plane, but I also want to use other planes for FPV, and for right now I just have the one air unit. So this is completely detachable from the plane. It's super easy to take off, but it's not so easy that it could ever come off on its own. I have the camera pressure fit, which it fits super tight in here, and it can't move. It's going to be impossible for it to just pop out on its own. I have a 3D printed harness here for the transmitter, which is velcroed on for now, but I'll probably throw a rubber band around it just for extra security. Then I have the antenna stand here, and this the antenna basically fits right in that slot, and then a rubber band holds it up so it can't go anywhere during flight. So it's actually pretty strong. And the air unit transmitter is all out in the open, so heat will not be an issue. This is at the front of the plane, so it'll get tons of air around it, no problem at all. Same with the camera. And then it also lets air into the fuselage as well to help cool some of the components on the inside. And it all fits very snugly under the lid here. But yeah, that's basically it. I am so excited about this air unit. This thing is going to be awesome. I have the DJI goggles Integra as well to go with them. And I've got everything set up. And Sunday, I plan on tossing this thing in the air without the air unit. I'll pop it off and fly this thing and make sure everything's good, get it all trimmed out, and everything goes well, then I'll start practicing FPV. So I'm just super stoked about that. I think that's mainly it for this. Things will change if this plane does work out. I'm going to get a Radio Master controller. I'm going to go ELRS, long range. Lots of stuff is going to change on this in the future. But for now, I'm using the Spectrum because this is what I have. And I need to learn how to fly FPV. I've never done it before. So this is going to be a big learning curve for me. And I hope at least, this will be a good platform. I'm also going to throw the DJI Air Unit onto Blue Thunder, because Blue Thunder is a proven platform. It's really stable, flies amazing. It can fly for a good amount of time as well. So this will also go on there. I am going to get a 3D printed bracket to hold this entire unit on top of an extra battery as well to run the whole unit. And that will go on Blue Thunder at some point. But for now, this awesome looking pusher plane is going to be my first platform. So we'll see Sunday if it actually flies. I have high hopes. I'm sure it'll do good. And then we're going to start flying FPV. And I hope you guys follow along with me and come with me on my journey with FPV, and I hope that this plane, along with many others, will get to hold the air unit and capture some awesome video. I'll give you guys another update probably Sunday. I should have the rest of this thing completed by then and a flight video for you guys. But until then, see you guys in the next one.